What is up, everybody, and welcome back. Before I tell you guys where I'm at, where I'm going, and what this video is going to be, I just want to thank every one of you who has subscribed or liked or shared or done anything with our videos so far. We've only been going a month and a half. As of right now, as when I'm filming, we're at 130 subscribers, which is crazy. It's going way faster than what we ever expected, and we love it, so keep it going. And again, we thank you. With that being said, I just left eastern South Dakota 9 hours ago, and I am about 10 miles away from the Missouri farm. That is correct. I'm back down here. It is hunting season. I've got 3 tags. I've got a buck tag and 2 doe tags, so I'm down here for the week. Decided to drive down a day early, and not quite sure where I'm going to set up in the morning yet. I stole Dom's saddle, so we'll be hunting out of the saddle all week. So once I get down here, I'm going to look at onX and try and come up with a game plan for the morning, and try not to kill myself putting up the saddle in the dark in the morning. So like I said, we've got about 10 minutes till we get here. I'm going to unpack. Actually, old Pops is going to be with me all week this week. He decided to take the week off, and he's actually there right now. He's been there for a few hours. He's waiting for me. So once we get down there and I get unloaded, we may give an update. We may not. I may just set up the cot and get to bed, and if that's the case, then you'll hear back from me in the morning once I get set up. So we'll see you guys when we see you. So we just got set up in a tree. Morning number 1 in Missouri. We're having some camera arm difficulty, so we're gonna have to just run the GoPro this morning. I've got the wireless mics hooked up, so you guys can hopefully hear me pretty good. But it took me a little longer to get in this tree than I thought. I haven't put up Dom's saddle very many times, so it was a learning experience. But we're sitting in the river bottom. I put out a mock scrape, put some doe piss in there, spilled some doe piss all over my hand, so I smell like the rut. What I smell like. So the whole scrape I put's probably only 15 yards away, so I'm hoping I can get this GoPro spinned around if a deer comes in, but I'm going to try my best here. This afternoon I'll figure out this camera arm, but as of right now, we have not seen anything. But again, I pretty much just got set up. I don't even know what time it is. We're going to sit tight and hopefully get one this morning, guys, so stay tuned. I just heard one come across the river as soon as I hit the drum call.
successful deer rattled in. I don't know about you guys, but I rattled and grunted and he showed up. So that is officially the first buck I've ever rattled in. Unfortunately, it was a 1.5-year-old. So, but again, it's only the first morning that I'm down here until Friday. It's currently Monday. So, we've got some giant bucks running around down here. I'll put up some trail camera pictures of them, but there's a big 10. Who's really tall, really wide. And then we just had a big 8 show up who has the mass of damn near a soda can, and he carries it all the way up, and he's wide. And we also have that buck that we got pictures of at Velvet, that really old 8-pointer that's wide and tall. Got that crooked brow. We have one picture of him in Velvet and one picture of him a few weeks ago, so he's around. But we don't have him showing up on camera consistently, so hopefully we get lucky and run into one of those guys, because that would be amazing. But we're really just going for a mature deer, 4 years old. I may shoot a 3.5-year-old. Really, whatever gets me excited when I see him. And if that means I shoot just a basic, 120, 130-inch 8-pointer, then it is what it is. But if it makes me happy and I get excited when I see it, I'm going to shoot it. So we have a ton of deer down here, so we definitely need to thin the herd a little bit. I actually have 2 of my tags are any deer, so I can shoot 2 bucks, but I'm not going to. I've already dedicated one to shooting a doe. So, and then I've got one specific doe tag. So I'm going to try to shoot 2 does and 1 buck. I just don't want to whack 2 bucks out here and start really, really thinning the bucks out. It's just not going to be good for the property. So I'm going to turn this off. The buck walked on, so there's got to be some does around, or hopefully a bigger buck, so stay tuned. Alright guys, so I'm an idiot. I forgot to plug in the audio cable for these mics into the GoPro, so everything I was saying this morning I'm sure you didn't hear. But this is the first morning hunting in Missouri. We've been up here a couple hours. We had one little buck that we rattled in come up behind us. And this is actually a bonus hunt for me because I wasn't supposed to be down here until this afternoon, but I left eastern South Dakota yesterday afternoon and made the 8-hour drive down here. Got here about 10 o'clock last night, so we've had a little bit of a shitstorm this morning. This is my first time putting the saddle up without Tom, and I can't figure out the camera arm strap, so I don't have the big camera up right now. But we'll get that all worked out this afternoon. I'm probably going to move this set deeper into this river bottom. We're sitting the river bottom today. The whole southern side of this property is all river bottom, so it's where all the action seems to be currently. We may go sit an open field later, but I haven't made up my mind yet, so early this morning I hit the rattle bag and it just erupted about 100 yards over here. And then about 5 minutes later, that little buck came in behind us, so I don't know if he was chasing does over there or what. But we have not seen anything since. I think we're going to sit till about 11. And my dad's a few hundred yards away in his tags I'm going to use for a doe, because I don't want to take too many bucks out of here. So in all reality, I have 2 doe tags and a buck tag, but I'm shooting the first doe that comes within range. So hopefully we get a chance this week. We're going to put in the hours, so we have good odds to at least get a doe in range. We're going to see what we can get done, and hopefully figure out all these camera issues so we can get some good footage. I've never self-filmed out of a tree stand before, so it's going to be interesting. It's a learning experience, and we've already worked out a lot of kinks this morning, so it's only going to get better from here. So we're going to sit up here for a couple more hours and see what we see, so stay tuned. Well, I just heard my dad shoot. And apparently he just missed what he says is the 10, which the only 10 that I know of is that giant one we've been getting on camera. I'll pop up a picture. So if he missed that, man, that sucks. Said he shot high, but I told him to come grab me with the side-by-side, and we're gonna go make sure. But I did just have a couple. Oh. Uh-oh. It's the Big Ten. So, like I was saying, my dad just missed. I just got to look at the one he missed. He was a really nice 8. He was real heavy. Pretty dark rack. Good length. But he ran by me in front while I was talking to you guys last. Probably about 60 yards, but it's really thick in there and I couldn't. One, he didn't stop. He only stopped one time and then he took off again, but he didn't have his tail up, so he doesn't really know what's going on. So he took off into the really, really thick stuff. I tried grunting at him, and it didn't even faze him. So, I mean, he did just get shot at, so that makes sense. But my dad's going to come down here and pick me up with the side-by-side. I'm going to tear all this down, and I'm going to move for tonight. And that's probably where I'm going to sit in the morning as well. So it was a good first morning. I saw that little buck this morning, that little spike. I had 2 does across the river, and then I just saw that really nice buck come down here through the bottom. So not a bad start. I wish he could have got an arrow in him, because that would have been awesome. But that's part of it sometimes. Alright guys, so we went back. I took down the saddle from where it was this morning. We went back and took a little nap, and then ate some food. And we got back out here probably, I don't know, about an hour ago, but I had to put the saddle up again. And remember, I'm self-filming this week, so I'm not going to be able to film as much as like when me and Tom go, but I'm going to do the best I can. But we're in a new spot. We're on the other side of the property now, just because I wanted to sit it for tonight and tomorrow morning, just to see how the deer move through here, since nobody's really hunted it, and we don't know how they use this property yet. So saw that buck this morning, really nice. Saw those couple does, and then I saw that spike first thing this morning. But
spike, nothing was within shooting range, so I'm hoping to catch them using this creek bed to travel since it's pretty thick in here. I think the furthest shot I'm probably going to have an opportunity at is 20 yards, maybe 30 over here, but that is if we see anything. Spike was close. He came out of nowhere. I was just playing on my phone. All of a sudden I heard all the leaves crunching. And I guess he came right down this trail in front of me. But like I said, it's thick, so I could have shot him all day long. Too bad that wasn't a doe. I was actually thinking about taking this down tonight and moving again, but after that, I think I'm probably going to leave it because he did exactly what I was hoping a deer was going to do. By just looking at the deer trails, I was hoping that was being used the way it looked like, and he just confirmed it, so it's next morning. Not a whole lot of action last night besides that little spike or 3-pointer, whatever he was, right under my tree. So I didn't do a whole lot of filming because there was nothing to film. And then this morning, I set up the saddle last night for what I thought was going to be good to hunt this morning's wind because I set up in a bedding area. And we woke up and the wind was completely opposite of what it said. So I didn't even try to get in there this morning because I know there's a couple big bucks in there right now and I did not want to blow them out. So I didn't even sit this morning. I've been doing a little editing, but my dad's out in the same spot where he missed that buck yesterday. And he should be done here in a little bit. And we're going to run out and I'm going to go put my saddle up either down in the bottoms or I might sit in my food plot that I planted in our first video for tonight and tomorrow morning. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do yet. I'm going to check the wind for tomorrow and see what it's supposed to be, and hopefully it's the same, and then we'll probably go from there. So stay tuned. Alright guys, so we made it back here, or made it back out I should say. We're set up in a new spot. Some of you may be familiar with this spot because it is the food plot. And I'm not going to use the term food plot loosely because there is some stuff that came up, but 99% of it did not, which is kind of what I expected. But we did what we could this year, so we've got a nice setup. I got a little backrest here, and there's been a hot doe coming in here every day, so one buck that was chasing her was okay. The one that came in here last night was a pretty decent one. I would have shot him. He wasn't a giant, but he was nice. I'm trying not to sneeze. But this is the same bottom that we were hunting last night, just further down. It's a big travel corridor, so this is probably the best saddle setup I've had. I'm probably going to sit here in the morning, but if I do that, I'm going to cut down a couple trees so I have some shot opportunity, because right now I'm going to have to thread the needle between some branches, but it is what it is. That doe comes in here again tonight, chased by a rather large buck. Hopefully I can shoot her. And the buck is a little bit behind her. That way I can shoot him too. That would be epic. It is currently 12:46. Shooting time's 5:25. So we've got quite the sit ahead of us, but I wanted to get up here early because, like I said, there's been a hot doe coming in here at random times. So she was in here this morning at like 9:30. But we're gonna hang tight, turn this off to save the battery, and I'll give you guys updates every once in a while, so stay tuned. Breakfast of Champions. That's how you do that. Guys, there's a buck right here. I'm gonna shoot him. I'm gonna shoot him if he comes across.
Well, he got fired up there for a second. I couldn't get him on camera. He may come back out and feed down. He didn't run away with his tail up, so he wasn't fired up or scared. He walked right into my wind. He was trying to figure out what was going on. It came from a direction that I was not expecting him to come from. I couldn't get... I'm shaking. Jesus. I couldn't get turned around to shoot him in time. Not a giant, but he got me excited. Dang it. I don't know if the GoPro picked him up at all. Jesus. That's awesome. I can't stop shaking. Not very wide. He was probably a 3-year-old deer. But I said whatever got me excited when I saw it I was going to shoot. He got me excited. Hopefully he swings back around. He wanted to come across, but like I said, he caught my wind. But I don't know. We'll see if he comes back and see if I can stop shaking. Well, that is a wrap for tonight. And that is a wrap for Missouri 2024 for Prairiebums. I probably won't be back down here until next summer to get in some food plots, but I gotta tear this down and get back to the cabin and pack up, and we'll talk more once I get in my truck and get on the road. But nothing came out tonight after that little 3-pointer, so it was tough. But we'll catch you guys back in a bit. Get your picture taken, old man. Well, the night did not end, or the week I should say, ended pretty dang good. My dad ended up killing a doe, which is awesome. That is actually the first deer taken off this property. I didn't film it a whole lot just because I had to pack real quick and get on the road, because I'm actually headed 3 hours to Illinois for the weekend to hang out with some family and to rest up for a couple days before I get back up to South Dakota. So we've got a lot of stuff coming. We've
I still got my Hills rifle tag. I still got 2 rifle doe tags. We've all got muzzleloader doe tags. Ice fishing's coming up. I'm gonna try to be getting over back east to do some more duck hunts with Dom's brother Taylor. And yeah, I mean, it's a crazy year. But unfortunately, I did not get anything this week. We had a lot of shot opportunity. We spent a lot of time in the saddle. I think it was over 40 hours I sat in that saddle. So we tried, we put in a lot of effort. It just did not go our way, which that's what hunting's all about. If you got one every time you went out to hunt, everybody would be doing it, and it wouldn't make the times that you did get something as special. So if you can't understand that, then it is what it is. I feel bad for you, because putting in all the effort and then for it to finally pay off is just something special. So rifle season actually opens tomorrow here, so which is why I'm leaving. Otherwise I would probably stay longer, but in Missouri you cannot bow hunt while rifle season's going on, and I did not buy rifle tags. So they all stayed down there, and they're gonna get after it with the rifle this weekend, hopefully put down a giant, so good luck to them. But me, I'm taking a few days break. We've been going for about a week and a half on the road, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it didn't end how we wanted it, but again, that's hunting, and that's what we're here to show. So stay tuned for all the other stuff we got coming up this year, because it's a lot. And again, thank you guys for all the support. Keep telling all your friends, family, brothers, sisters, cousins, because we're taking this bitch to the moon, and we want you guys to come along. So again, hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video, and we'll catch you on the next one.